In my original efforts to contact the Texas Supreme Court, I filed an affidavit for waiver of court cost, and it was granted. The case that I appealed to the district court was that case that included the agreement to waive filing fees and fees connect. I got it right here, and it was twice accepted that I could proceed in a form of a papyrus, and that my filing fees would be waived. That document from Pacer saying that I owe any court fees or any filing fees is therefore moot. Those fees have been waived. And not only that, there's a big problem here. If you had accepted me pro hoc vis, then I could be held to standards where, as a lawyer, I was required to pay any sort of fees associated with using Pacer. But you would not acknowledge that I was pro hoc vis, so I am pro se and in the form of a pauper, which means I'm not required to pay any filing fees, including electronic fees associated with printing. By the way, when I printed that as evidence, and I have thus far been denied an appropriate evidence submissions process. That bill is evidence. If I were to attempt to pay any money in consideration of that bill with all the other discrepancies with this process that has occurred, that would be akin, I understand, to paying either a kickback or setting up a hedge in consideration of the date when I paid it, connected to this litigious process. And as I've already said, I refuse to engage in any derivative actions unless there's an explicit agreement to do so that is appropriately defined. Under the case law that is mentioned in the information on how to file pro hoc vis with the Northern District of Texas U.S. District Court. It has a specific understanding of ethical considerations and processes that one can expect were they to be acknowledged as a member of the bar for purposes of proceeding. And so far as that has not happened, then you have not allowed me to have an appropriate process by which we can discuss a appropriate grounding regarding jurisdictional considerations associated with whatever might be a derivative litigious process. Otherwise, it's my body, and every single thing you do, including sending me a fraudulent electronic billing, is a personal assault against me, as a form of electronic violence, and I have a right to respond with lethal force.